was in fact speaking to Nawab Malik. Let's take a listen.
बीजेपी ने भी नहीं रिजाइन किया था जब गुजरात पे आरोप लगा था, लेकिन आज ऐसा क्या हो गया जो आप अचानक अब कह रहे हैं कि होम मिनिस्टर रिजाइन कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, कोर्ट का आदेश आया है, स्वयं अनिल देशमुख जी पद पे नहीं रहना चाहते हैं, तब उन्होंने ही इच्छा जाहिर की है तो उसे मान्यता दी गई है।
क्या पार्टी अभी भी यही है कि अनिल देशमुख को नहीं रिजाइन करना चाहिए?
नहीं, पार्टी अभी भी उनके ऊपर आरोप बेबुनियाद है, हम इसी मत के हैं।
मीनाक्षी, आपने सुना कि इनका अभी भी यही मानना है।
Very interesting, these developments, because the NCP says that this resignation should have not come from Anil Deshmukh. Kamlesh continues to be with us. Kamlesh, just tell us, how do you see this playing out in terms of the equation between the NCP and the Shiv Sena? The Congress essentially, of course, a part of the alliance, but particularly between the NCP and the Sena, given the fact that by and large the equation has been okay over the last few months, ever since this alliance was born, isn't it?
Well, indeed, last 1 month we have seen different opinions being expressed by the allies. On one hand, we saw some slight skirmishes between the NCP and Shiv Sena when the Home Minister was initially summoned by the Chief Minister at his residence after the serious allegations made by Parambir Singh. It was the Home Minister that went on to complain about interference by certain Sena minister into the Home Department. But after that, both the parties sat together, discussed, and all three parties, all the three constituents of the Mahavikas Aghadi, they tried to put up a united face, but this was just for records. Behind the cameras, what was happening, behind the scenes, behind the curtains rather, what was happening, Sneha, was that there were serious opinions being expressed by all the allies. The Congress, in fact, went to the Chief Minister. The HK Patil, the in charge of Maharashtra Congress, had written a letter to the Chief Minister saying that this issue, the allegations made by Parambir Singh are serious and this should be discussed within all three parties, all three constituents. And even recently, just a couple of days before, a delegation of Congress met the Chief Minister. Of course, apart from other issues, this issue was also discussed. So it was turning out to be an embarrassment for all the allies. The way NCP was trying to defend Anil Deshmukh, the way NCP was saying, and the NCP, Sneha, is still saying that there is no need for the resignations. The allegations made against Anil Deshmukh are baseless. But they have asked him, the party has asked him to quit, or rather what Anil Deshmukh's resignation say that he is quitting on moral grounds is because there is an inquiry that is ordered by the High Court, by the CBI, so that he doesn't feel fit to stay on that post. But last 1 month, ever since the entire political controversy erupted, we have seen all was not well between the Mahavikas Aghadi, and now since two ministers have quit, one from the Shiv Sena, one from the NCP, in just a span of 1.5 months, we've seen that drama happening. And now, will the equations between the three allies remain the same is what remains very interesting and very important to see, whether this will affect the alliance, whether the Congress will now put its foot down. We've seen the Congress getting aggressive in Maharashtra, allegations against Sena ministers, allegations against NCP ministers. Will the Congress be more aggressive? Will it assert itself more in the alliance is what remains very important to be seen. Sneha?
You know, Kamlesh, I'm really curious to know whether this then takes the heat off the Aghadi in totality, given the fact that the BJP was saying that Deshmukh must resign. Not just that Uddhav Thackeray must sack Anil Deshmukh. And now Deshmukh is gone. So does that take the heat off the Aghadi now?
Well, certainly, and also on the other hand, Sneha, as you rightly said, this would also come as a big shot in the arm for the opposition. They have been successfully pressurizing the government, cornering the government over several issues. On the first issue that was picked up by the Bharatiya Janata Party, led by the former Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, the leader of opposition, they had forced the Mahavikas Aghadi government, the Shiv Sena rather, to ask its minister to quit after the suicide of 25-year-old TikTok star Pooja Chavan. After that, Shiv Sena minister, Forest Minister Sanjay Rathod had to quit. He had to resign after that. It's not very far away, just before the budget session of the Maharashtra Assembly began. And just as the Maharashtra Assembly session began, Devendra Fadnavis came up with the issue of Antalya explosive scare and the role of Sachin Waze, and you know how it led to a chain of events, and now it's resulting into the resignation of Anil Deshmukh. Now, for any government, the Home Minister is an important post. The Home Minister is the most important minister in the cabinet, And now for Uddhav Thackeray, this certainly will turn on the heat on Uddhav Thackeray, because as the leader of the team, as the leader of the Mahavikas Aghadi, as the chief minister of the state, he certainly will be under fire that two of his ministers had to quit, and not for very good reasons. One after allegations of suicide of a TikTok star, and now another minister, the home minister, one of the most important portfolios in the cabinet. The home minister has to quit after the CBI, after the court has ordered an inquiry to be made by the CBI of allegations made by none other than the former Mumbai police commissioner, saying that there was an order to him by the home minister asking to collect 100 crore rupees, an extortion of 100 crore rupees. So this was serious allegation, and that is why this is even more serious. And now certainly Uddhav Thackeray will be under more pressure.
Yes, you know, at the end of the day, Kamlesh, how is this going to play out politically is what the NCP is going to say, that we've taken a moral high ground. And because the investigation is pending, so Deshmukh resigned. But the BJP will obviously go to town and say this is admission of guilt. He had to do it. There was no face.
Well, certainly, the BJP, in fact, just this morning when the High Court verdict came in, Sneha, Devendra Fadnavis addressed the media saying that now, since the High Court has ordered an inquiry, the Home Minister has no moral right to stay on the post, and he has to resign. And if he doesn't resign, it is the Chief Minister who will have to remove him from the cabinet. So that has certainly put the onus on Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, tremendous pressure on him. Because now, if you look at the entire matter, the way things had unfolded, Parambir Singh's allegations were serious. Initially, he went to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court directed him back to the High Court. The High Court converted his complaint into a PIL, and after that PIL, the High Court today came up with this verdict. Now, there is also another angle to the entire controversy. There is an allegation made by the opposition quoting former state intelligence chief Rashmi Shukla, where she had made allegations about a transfer racket being active in the state, and that also needs to be inquired. In his initial complaint, Parambir Singh has also mentioned about that. Now, this is certainly not going to stop at this point. This seems to be like a firecracker that will go bursting after the Mahavikas Aghadi government. They will have to keep answering, and as you rightly mentioned, this will be seen as the opposition as a big victory, and not just as a big victory. They will pitch it as an admission of guilt by the Mahavikas Aghadi.
Yes, this will be admission of guilt is what the BJP is going to say. It's a huge political fallout. We'll talk about the political fallout of this in just a bit, Kamlesh, but also the investigations. Just do get us up to speed with in which direction the investigations in this matter is headed.
Well, now we'll have to slightly go back a bit into the past, how the allegations started. After the entire Sachin Waze saga, Parambir Singh was transferred he was shunted rather as the commissioner of Mumbai, and shifted to a very less significant post, and that perhaps after that he was angered by that, and he said that his transfer is not correct, and wrote a letter to the chief minister of the state, and also to the governor of Maharashtra, saying that Home Minister Anil Deshmukh had asked him to collect extortion of 100 crore rupees per month from various bars in Mumbai. Now, that was a serious allegation, because this is perhaps for the first time in the history of the state that such a serious allegation was levelled by none other than the police commissioner of the metro, and the letter being made public, and then he also went on to the Supreme Court against to ask for justice. Now, the Supreme Court, as I said, initially the Supreme Court asked him to go to the High Court, and now the High Court converted that complaint into a PIL. Initially, what we saw was that the High Court came down heavily on Parambir Singh, saying that he should have first filed a police complaint in this case, and then ordered an investigation, and then gone to the court. But he directly preferred going to the Supreme Court, and then not followed the procedure. But after that, today, initially which was seen as a setback to Parambir Singh, today there was a big change, rather, if you can say, in the entire case, and now the High Court has said that this matter should be investigated by the CBI. Now, there's an interesting point, Sneha, which I should mention here, is that Maharashtra last year took a decision, like other states like West Bengal and Rajasthan, that direct inquiry by CBI will not be allowed. It was especially after Sushant Singh Rajput case that the state government had taken that decision, that the CBI cannot directly take over cases which are being investigated by the state police. But there was a rider to it. If the inquiry is ordered by Supreme Court or High Court, then Sachin such cases can be handed over to the CBI. Now, this case was simultaneously inquired by an inquiry committee that was formed by Maharashtra government. Just last week, the state government had announced inquiry committee in this entire allegations made by Parambir Singh, which was investigated by a retired Chief Justice of Bombay High Court. But after that, that didn't suffice. The order of Bombay High Court coming in asking the CBI to inquire the matter has perhaps resulted into an inquiry into the resignation of Anil Deshmukh. And now what we will see in another few moments, the Chief Minister might just face the media and if possible, we'll just see if he takes some
Okay,
questions,
we're
from
on
the
standby
media
for
as
that. Possibly, Kamlesh is telling us that possibly the Chief Minister will be talking to the press there, given the fact that the Home Minister of the state has now resigned over allegations of corruption, some very serious charges that the CBI is probing. Be with us, Kamlesh. Nawab Malik of the NCP has spoken to India Today. Let's take a listen.
एक बार प्लीज बताइएगा कि वजह क्या है कि अब जाके आपकी सरकार मान रही है
नहीं, देखिए, मान हम आज भी नहीं रहे हैं कि वो कोई गलत काम उन्होंने किया। हम पहले दिन से हैं कि आरोप वेग हैं, बेबुनियाद हैं और कहीं ना कहीं गलत तरीके से लगाए गए। जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी हमने बैठाई थी, अब कोर्ट ने सीबीआई इंक्वायरी बैठाया है। पार्टी तो उनके साथ खड़ी थी, लेकिन स्वयं वो इस्तीफा देना चाहते थे। उन्होंने जो इच्छा जताई उसे मान्यता दी गई है। उन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री के पास इस्तीफा दिया है। थोड़ी देर में इस्तीफा मंजूर हुआ, इस तरह से मुख्यमंत्री कार्यालय से जानकारी दी जाएगी और निश्चित रूप से उनके ऊपर आरोप बेबुनियाद है। हम आज भी उसी मत के हैं।
लेकिन रेजिग्नेशन हो चुका है क्या इस बात पर उन्होंने दे दिया अपना resignation?
जी दे दिया है।
वो एक्सेप्ट कर लिया गया?
नहीं, विनती की है पार्टी ने कि मुख्यमंत्री उसे मंजूर करें।
तो सर आपको लग रहा है कि अब 15 दिनों तक तो कम से कम क्या आप लोग नया होम मिनिस्टर चुन पाएंगे?
नहीं, आज ही मुख्यमंत्री सलाह मशवरा करके नई जिम्मेदारी किसी न किसी को देंगे।
तो लेकिन क्या आपसे मैंने जब तकरीबन एक महीने पहले आपसे पूछा था तो आपने कहा था होम मिनिस्टर रिजाइन नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि आपने कहा था कि बीजेपी ने भी नहीं रिजाइन किया था जब गुजरात पे आरोप लगा था। लेकिन आज ऐसा क्या हो गया जो आप अचानक अब कह रहे हैं कि होम मिनिस्टर रिजाइन कर रहे हैं?
देखिए, कोर्ट का आदेश आया है, स्वयं अनिल देशमुख जी पद पे नहीं रहना चाहते हैं, तब उन्होंने ही इच्छा जाहिर की है तो उसे मान्यता दी गई।
क्या पार्टी अभी भी यही है कि अनिल देशमुख को नहीं रिजाइन करना चाहिए?
नहीं, पार्टी अभी भी उनके ऊपर आरोप बेबुनियाद है। हम इसी मत के हैं।
Well, it's a big political fallout of the Hafta Gate scandal that we've been seeing in the state of Maharashtra. Kamlesh, it's evident that his position became absolutely untenable given the order of the court today, isn't it?
Well, indeed, and it was perhaps what everybody saw coming in, except for the NCP, which still isn't accepting that Deshmukh was at fault. But ever since the letter bomb came in, ever since Parambir Singh wrote that explosive letter with that explosive content, Sneha, it was evident that the Home Minister, pending an inquiry, if it is order at all, will have to quit from his post, will have to step down. The way the Mumbai Police Commissioner was shunted out, leading to the chain of events that we've been mentioning from last few moments, that Anil Deshmukh was under scrutiny. The allegations were serious. The allegations were about extortion racket of 100 crore rupees that was asked by that Parambir Singh alleged was to be collected rather on behalf of the Home Minister. Now, these allegations were serious and they needed serious investigations. Now, however, the NCP has been making political statements. Initially, we saw none other than Sharad Pawar coming in to defend Anil Deshmukh. He also cited several documents saying that Anil Deshmukh, the period that was mentioned by Parambir Singh in his complaint, during that period Anil Deshmukh was hospitalized. He was down with corona, and then after that he was into isolation. But the BJP also tore into those allegations, saying that he was addressing press conference during his isolation. So we have seen a lot of allegations and counter allegations in that regard, so far as the allegations by Parambir Singh are concerned. The Shiv Sena, however, Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut said that there has to be a decision that is to be taken. We've seen saying that Sanjay Raut also asking the government to introspect in the entire case, and ultimately it was the Bombay High Court Bombay High Court's decision after which the NCP perhaps had to fall in line and asked for his resignation. And a few moments before, we've seen that after the entire political drama over more than a month, we've seen Anil Deshmukh stepping down as the Home Minister of Maharashtra.
Yes, but Kamlesh, I think the BJP obviously sensed an Absolutely fantastic opportunity in all of this, and will not stop exercising pressure on the Aghadi even after the resignation of Anil Deshmukh, because their allegations is that this rot is running rather deep. It's the government which is benefiting from these kickbacks, isn't it?
If I can just put it this way, the BJP has tasted blood in last less than 2 months. They have successfully pressurized the government to ask 2 of its ministers to step down. Sanjay Rathod first, he had to quit after allegations of after a suicide of a TikTok star, and then we have none other than the Home Minister Anil Deshmukh stepping down. So 2 ministers quitting in quick succession. That will be a big shot in the arm for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And now they would be training their guns on the head of the state, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. They have already targeted the Chief Minister over failure in handling the COVID situation. We have seen several allegations being made against other ministers as well, on other officials as well, in handling the situation. But now, since there are serious charges against these 2 ministers who have quit, and there is an inquiry that is pending against Anil Deshmukh. Now the inquiry will be done by the CBI, and the allegations, as I have been saying, are very serious. The allegations involves an amount of 100 crore rupees, an amount that was to be collected as extortion on behalf of the Home Minister. That's what the allegation of Parambir Singh was. So these serious allegations needs some in-depth investigation, and the most important part is the court has asked to submit a preliminary report within next 15 days. So will that also mean that Anil Deshmukh will be called for interrogation? He will be called for questioning by the CBI. That is also a possibility. And and had he stayed on the post, a Home Minister, a sitting Home Minister, going for inquiry or summoned by the CBI for questioning, would have certainly sent a bad message for the NCP. And that is why, just as a corrective step, just before that happens, the NCP has asked Anil Deshmukh to step down.
After weeks of really digging in their heels, essentially, we saw Anil Deshmukh continue, the NCP continued to back him. We saw Sharad Pawar essentially backing him, but now, after the Bombay High Court has ordered a preliminary inquiry into the allegations made by Parambir Singh, Anil Deshmukh, the Home Minister, remember, he is the Home Minister of the state of Maharashtra, facing allegations of running an extortion racket, essentially. And that's the reason why he's had to go today. Kamlesh will continue to keep a very close eye on that story with you.